Well, hello my YouTube friends. Tonight it is my pleasure to present you this knife that I just acquired. That is the collaboration between Mr. TASHI BARRUSHA and Mr. Jim BURKE. I was, looking for knives collaboration from TASHI BARRUSHA. He's a colleague of mine, actually. He's a French designer, and for sure you all know him. It's really hard, absolutely incredibly hard to get a knife from him, even to just to talk to the man. I don't know. So some guys here and there own a lot of collaboration from him. I didn't have this chance, but I struggled hard to find one, and that is just what happened. So I'm very, very happy to do that. And on the other hand, I really wanted to try the work of Jim BURKE, but never had the chance to. So you know what? It's for those two reasons, I'm very, very happy to have the chance to score this beautiful knife. So let's start from the beginning. This knife is called the VSS. It's a huge knife. Let's start by this size comparison. I brought only one knife. In a way, I prepared this video today. It's not like usual. This is my only preparation. I wanted for you to have this size comparison to understand how big and large this knife is. You all know the Omnumzan from Chris Reeve, so now they are butt to butt, and we lose the angle with this way, with this view, and you see that the VSS is significantly bigger and larger on the blade than the Omnumzan, which is already, a knife. You surely all know the knife from Chris Reeve, so that you know that it's already significant, a significant knife in size. So that one has over 4-inch blade, and you see it's a large blade. That is usually the case with all those collaboration with TASHI BARRUSHA, that it is a kind of a mark, of his. Sorry about that. A mark of his design to make a round and large knife, and large blade, sorry. Each knife that you're going to see, each collaboration that you're going to see, you will find this trend. So I think that, yeah, it's a trend, and it's a mark of the designer. So what do we have here? Let's talk about the knife, if you will. We have this VSS that is a full, that is the feature that probably is the one that we, a knife collector or knife user actually, we love the more. To have big slabs of titanium, full titanium scale, with some contouring, some grooves or whatever, but full titanium scale with a nice blade, very ergonomic like that. Yeah, it's a package that most of us, really like. So let's start, with the handle. This handle, as I said, it's a full tie with this beautiful stone wash. I love this finish because it's not a bead blast, it's a real stone wash. And this allows you, to carry the knife in your pocket, while in the same time, don't be afraid, without being afraid of having, some scratches, because they're already here actually. They're made for you by the maker, so I really dig it. I really love this stone wash finish. Then we have those two grooves, and that, my friend, is something that I really like. Having some contouring on the knife is something that is very appreciable these days, and not only for design, but also because it gives you a really nice grip. Those handles might be somehow slippery when they're just plain, and those grooves give you a really nice grip. So that's something that I really appreciate, both for design and for the function. Then we have also on this handle something that is totally useless, which is this this lamp, tritium lamp, but that gives, look at that, when you had some sun during the day, or some light actually, it gives you this nice green aspect. So you know, these holes and this tritium, just for the heck of the design, is something that I learned to appreciate. You know, for me, here or not, it wouldn't make any difference at the beginning, but now I tend to appreciate, because you know, it gives some design and some coloring to this overall stonewash and big handle. Then you have this lanyard hold. As some of you might know if you know me, I despise, it's not that I despise, I don't use lanyards, so I hate to have lanyard hold. So in a way, I could live without them. But when they're round and useless like that, I don't like. But this one has, you know, a kind of a nice form, big, and, you know, again, it has some, it gives a line, it follows the line actually of the handle here, and it's, yeah, it's a nice touch actually. Yeah, I dig it now. I love this hole, I would say, not a lanyard hole. If you want to put a lanyard, be my guest. But for me, I love it as just as a hole. Then we have this nice pivot. And man, do I like this pivot. Really, it's just neat pivot like that. I absolutely love the aspect of this pivot. What do we have here? You see, it's a knife, for those of you who like to disassemble knives for maintenance, it's a very easy knife to disassemble. You have one screw here, and the pivot, and that's it. This big and huge knife, only 3 points, 3 screws, and that's regular hex or Torx, I don't know. But you see, you can disassemble it very, very, very easily. So that's the features that some of you might really like. On the other side, we have here a very, very nice clip, and I absolutely love the fact that first you have this cross, which is the mark of the maker of Jim Burke. The fact that it has, you know, this nice contrast in color with the stonewash. This one it's not plain. I would say it's titanium. I think I'm correct when I say that it's a titanium clip. But the contrast, you know, the color contrast is just excellent here. Then I like either, you know, clips when they're 3D, or when, like that here, you have a kind of like DieWare does, or, you know, just like as if it was a standoff here. I like this feature. What I don't like is when the clip, you know, is a simple clip, you know, really thin and flimsy like that, and screwed straight on the handle. This is something that I really don't like. But this, like that, with the kind of standoff just behind that, is a really nice feature for me. So nice clip, nice retention, nice carry in the pocket. Albeit it's a very, very big knife, since it's kind of, you know, easy to carry in the pocket. Then, already 8 minutes. I need to go fast now. Then, not enough actually about the handle. We have here a beautiful contoured back spacer in titanium of the very, very best effect. I absolutely love this back spacer. So that's a flipper, my friend. So, oh yeah, one thing that I absolutely love also. The mark of the maker are here on that side for Jim Burke, and here for TASHI BARRUSHA, which, you know, it's something that I absolutely adore, since you will have this sterile blade. And, you know, as much as I love those collaborations and as much as I love those logos sometimes, I like them when you can forget them. Here on the flipper tab, that is a feature that I absolutely adore. So this way you can really appreciate this blade. And man, what a nice blade. You have here a really nice compound grind. This grind is just superb, and a lot of thought is put in it. First of all, what I like is the blade shape, which is, you know, these days, as I already mentioned in some vids, I just love to have organic blade shapes like that, something that very versatile. Nice slicer, nice thruster here. I wouldn't go as far as to pry with this one, but, you know, for an everyday use, this is just absolutely superb. Then you have the art of grinding, and my friend, does Mr. Jim Burke I mean, has really nice skills for grinding. Look at that. I mean, it's just astounding. Just awesome, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a long overdue awesome. Yeah, and on both sides, it's as excellent and as perfect blade. Love this satin. It's not a hand rub, but I love the finish of this satin, and this acid stone wash is just fantastic. So the feel in hand is just superb also. Yeah, the ergos on this knife are just excellent. You have many ways to have it. Look at that. First choil you can have for a really nice purchase, if you're say in the combat situation, that I never recommend, but you really have 4 fingers, since it's a very big knife, 4 fingers on this grip. Then very nice grip also with this one. The index goes here, the 3rd finger here, and the 2 in this cut here. Beautiful here. Then for cutting task, you have this excellent jimping here. Excellent, very grippy, and it doesn't hurt your thumb, but it won't go anywhere. You don't have any choil per se, but you can, for small cutting tasks, you have this ricasso probably here. Not even a ricasso, I don't know, it's in between a ricasso and a choil, whatever. You can put your index here and yet use the jimping here for a smaller cutting task. A lot of thought again in this knife, a lot of purchase, a lot of way to use it. That's definitely an art knife and a user. For sure on the big side. So for those of you who don't like bigger knives, that might be a concern. But for me, it's definitely an art and a user knife. As you can expect, the centering is spot on. The engagement is really early. No blade play whatsoever, front to front, side to that side. This knife is a rock solid, as you can expect from Jim Burke. Oh, another thing that you can expect from Jim Burke is to have a knife that is sharp as hell, and this one is no exception. Is a razor sharp edge, very nice edge. Just love it. Then it's on washer. So yeah. Recently I made this video about Dalibor, and this is something that I'm searching these days. It's kind of nice for the smoothness and everything to have those ball bearings, but I also absolutely love to have this knife on washers. So you just get the knife, you accompany the blade there, and it's sucked inside, and my friend, what a great detent. Look at that. I mean, I can literally make all my strength to try to break this detent, and it won't. The detent is just one of the best ever. And yet, you don't feel, I don't know how it works. This is sorcery for me. I don't know how they managed to do that, but you don't have, it's on the washers, you have one of the strongest detent I've ever seen, and yet the flipping action, I mean, you don't feel literally the detent breaking either on this side with this huge blade. You don't feel the detent breaking. First of all, I don't know how it gets to hold the blade in place with the ball detent with such a huge blade like that. Then I really don't understand how in hell, again, this is sorcery, how it managed for you not to feel the detent breaking. I mean, if you take a bodega, if you take, those knives with a lot of detent, a very strong detent, you feel the detent breaking on one side and on the other. This one, you don't feel it on that side, and you don't feel it on the other side. I think that we said what I wanted to say about this knife, and we're heading to the 15 minutes that I don't want to go over. Just one thing. A nice jimping here, useless actually, because you don't want to put your finger like that to flip it. Usually you put it like that, so it's on the tip here. So I don't know what is the use of this jimper, because again, for everyone, this is the way to open the knife. But you have some jimping, and in a way, you can consider that as a filing, as a file work, which is just excellent, but no use whatsoever. And here again, I didn't mention that, but it's smooth every time. I mean, it's not sticky whatsoever, the lock side. My friend, we are at 15 minutes, so I'll leave it at that, and I'll catch you very soon for another video. Bye-bye.